Welcome back to JJS Wildlife. Today's episode, we have quite the few rare specimens. Come along with me as I describe to you the specimen of JJS. JJS specimen come in many forms. We have the runners. The runners, while a common creature, they dwell mainly in the center of the city. Why do they dwell there? JJS creatures, while unknownly come in various forms, JJS creatures like to dwell in the middle. Why? As you can look to our right, we have two great towers on the side. These towers are what we call the runner towers. JJS players, or the runners, they tend to run to these towers when they've become undoubtedly underskilled at a fight. DJS players usually form in tactics such as running. They will attack a prey, but realize that their prey became predator. So for this, they will counteract this in means of survival, by running up or running around this tower until they have an advantage point. From this advantage point, they will take it and climb up the tower. Why do they do this? JJS players are a rare specimen. They are very intriguingly interesting in their behavior. Some are aggressive, some are passive. Undoubtedly, they come in various forms. Without a doubt, JJS players they are such a rare specimen. But now, let me take you to another place. We've covered that JJS players, well, knowingly to be known as runners, we have the ego boosters. Ego boosters are rare ones, rare specimens indeed, not as common as the runners. Why is this? Because ego boosters, they usually hang around groups of more than 3 or 4. Why is this? Because JJS players, they always like having a backup. JJS players such as ego boosters, they come in forms of certain avatars or names. JJS players, of course, come with avatar names that are not commonly said, perhaps in a 5-digit spectrum, or maybe even less. Undoubtedly though, JJS players come with unique usernames. You can expect these to have such as usernames that are more than 5 letters. Letters that, perhaps aren't even seen normally. These players are ego boosters. Why? Because it works in an interesting manner. They are very aggravated creatures. Any form of encounters with them will lead to no doubtly a aggressive behavior. They are naturally aggressive, as in their nature. They do whatever they can to survive these harsh lands of JJS. The creatures of JJS, of course, they would do whatever they can to adapt. The ego boosters, as I mentioned before, they come in groups of 3 or 4. Why is this? Protect their ego. As we call ego, is this form of avoiding being killed. JJS players, when they are killed, they immediately feel threatened. Threatened that their skill or comprehensiveness to the game is undoubtedly declining rapidly. But why is this? Well, JJS players, they come with a spectrum of knowing that they cannot adapt to normal circumstances. We like to call these socially unacceptable people or socially rejected folk. They are but a rare specimen. They tend to, of course, come around every now and then. As you can see there, that one up there, come along quickly as we have to follow this one. These creatures here are undoubtedly the ego boosters. As you saw, they are very fast creatures, but no doubt you will see them. Right here is a proud example. JJS players will close up on prey. They will do whatever they can to get a large kill count. That is a prime example here. Commercial break. Thank you and welcome back to JJS Wildlife. As you have seen, we have closed up on our last point with JJS players. As you can see, JJS players tend to group up in 2 or more. Why is this? JJS players, of course, lack skill. They lack skill so that they can adapt to certain circumstances. No doubt, it is common for them to want to do this. As JJS players, of course, lack skill, so therefore they will do such as these. We call these skill issue. They will undoubtedly do whatever it is they can to maintain kills. Now, we have previous history of these. As you can see, they have become very aggravated in hunting their prey, but that is no doubtly a common occurrence. Once they have set on a prey, they will constantly chase after this prey and perhaps what we call trash talking. Trash talking is a form of intimidation by them that feels they gain the need of dominance. They tend to do this to aggravate their prey, make them come back for more, or as we would like to call attention seekers. JJS players are very attention deprived. They will seek any form of attention if it means they will receive it. If it's not towards them, they will do anything they can to receive it. Why is this? We're not entirely sure why JJS players do this. As you can see, the JJS player is now running away. As you see, leave the game. Why is this? Now, this is what I call the attention avoidance. If you ignore them, they will tend to become bored with the prey. Why is this? As I've mentioned, they like the attention. So these creatures of JJS, they will always hunt down their prey, mark their prey, do anything in their power in order to gain that attention, to boost that ego. But the secret is, ignore them, and they will disperse. Their instinct, their nature is to dwell on instinct. So for them, not giving them that attention is like playing dead for a bear. They will lose interest, and before you know it, you're safer than a safe. Safer than the best apex predator in the forest. Thank you, and this was today's story, an expedition on JJS Wildlife. Catch you next time on JJS Wildlife, and remember, stay shenanigans.